Hello and welcome back. This is Future World TV program on Foreign Languages TV. As usual, we have a trip to different universities of Uzbekistan. Right away, we are standing at Inha University in Tashkent. Do you want to know more about wonderful university? In that case, let's get started.
Hello and welcome to Inha University in Tashkent. Let's start our journey. So we are located in A building of Inha University. This building consists of 7 floors and now we are in the first floor. This is a central hall. As you can see, this building is well developed and very modern. Inha University was established in 2014 with the cooperation of Inha University in Korea. So let's carry on. Let me now introduce you our Student Support Center. I personally work here as a student supporter, and this department was made in order to support our university students and find solutions for their problems. So if any student have any kind of problems, they will come to us and we will discuss it together. And our main job is to find solutions for their problems and make better facilities to our students. Our next plan for the next year, we want to implement student association for students, and this is to make more and more clubs to improve our social life in our university. So this is a meeting room, and this room is fully established for our students. So as we know, students in our university have a lot of their startups and also business plans and their applications which they develop themselves. And for this, they need investors and partners. So this place was made in order to improve the startup ideas and also find investors and also business angels. As you can see, the quality of this room is very high, so this place is fully made for our students in order to find sustainable partners and investors. My name is Ahmedova and I am a second-year student in Inha University. I decided to apply to this university because of its quality and the way how they educate students and the way how they communicate with them. When I entered this university, I was very impressed with its campus and all the buildings and facilities. Another thing which I like more in Inha University is their foreign professors, because their techniques and their language, how they educate us and how quality of knowledge they give us is very impressive. I have to tell that I am a logistics student in Inha University, so my faculty is School of Business Logistics. It means that we study not only business administration and also logistics education also. Another aspect, I'm very interested in IT field also. So I am at these days I'm learning programming. For my attempts, I was invited to Poland. A few weeks ago, I came from Poland from a summit, which was called Perspective Women in Tech 2022. I participated and I got opportunity to talk with huge companies like Google, Intel, and most of the companies invited me there to work with them. Another aspect of my university is that we have spatial clubs, so we have very strong social life in our university. When I entered here, I opened my own club. It's called Art Club because I'm very interested in art and I also have studied this field. I decided to open, and with the help of my university, we got financial support from our rector, and now we have spatial place, space, and all the facilities for students to improve their skills in drawing. Another thing, I'm also interested in startups. So I have my own ideas, and I'm a part of incubation center in Inha University. In incubation center, we develop our ideas. We discuss our ideas with our mates, and we improve our ideas. We try to implement, and after all, we have special meetings with foreign investors and also business angels in order to promote our ideas.
Hello, sir. We are really happy to have you in our program. Can you give brief information about yourself, please?
My name is Rustam Kazakov. I've been working for Inha University in Tashkent since 2014. Currently, I'm in charge of financial and economic affairs in Inha University in Tashkent. Throughout the 8 years, I actually worked I started from accounting team and moved to financial affairs. Then in 2020, I was assigned as a general manager for financial and economic affairs. So ever since, we are experiencing very big changes in Inha University in Tashkent. We call IUT. So inside and outside, of course, you may understand, you may be familiar that the higher education in Uzbekistan, it's very developing.
Can you please talk about the university? When was it established?
Inha University in Tashkent was established in 2014 with the presidential decree 2055 in March 24. So ever since, we had the two major areas, computer and information engineering. And in 2016, we opened the new field. It was new in Uzbekistan educational market as well, the field of logistics. In 2021, we opened the new major in logistics, business and logistics.
What type of students succeeds most in this university?
As I told you, the university was established in 2014, and it was aimed to give knowledge about the fundamentals of IT engineering. So in this area, in Uzbekistan, the new youth were coming out from the educational market to the kind of industries. So the most successful students actually, of course, were in information and communication engineering area, because they, after, their skills, actually their potential were assessed by the our wonderful foreign professors. And after the year of second, third and fourth years, most of them, they are, employed, because they learn IT, information technology is kind of very important, important areas, so that they can be very successful in creating as a programmer. So I think most of them, they succeed because Inha University in Tashkent gives the fundamentals of the information technologies. Then students will actually choose their own way in the future to choose which programming languages to follow and to go for it. So that's why I think most of them, they were successful, and they are now successful.
Next question that I'm going to ask, what are some of the most important aspects of campus life?
I think the most important kind of aspects, advantages of the IUT, Inha University in Tashkent, is the foreign faculties, foreign professors. As you know, there are many international universities now exist in Uzbekistan, higher education, but one of the international university that IUT that keeps the key role of the university as an international. They are keeping foreign professors in the campus, and they contribute a lot to create a good ecosystem in the inside of the Inha University in Tashkent, and they follow the international standards. They are different from the other universities because they think differently, and they create their own value, the knowledge, and the implementation of the knowledge into the into the job. It's very important aspects that Inha University in Tashkent students follow.
And the next question, it is probably really interesting. What sets this university apart from the rest? I mean the difference.
The difference is that we have the very good kind of education system. As I told you, Inha University in Tashkent's academic processes are carried out by the Inha University. It was actually set by the presidential decree. From the admission to the graduation, all the processes actually are handled by Inha University Korea. So this is the main our kind of advantage of creating a good straightforward ecosystem in the knowledge in IT sphere.
This place was established with a cooperation with IT Park, and this place, as you can see, is a resting zone for students to make their group projects and their home assignments. But actually, during the education period, here located computers, and it actually becomes like a computer lab. So our students can easily access any computer which they want and make their assignments. So you don't have to have your own laptop, you can easily work in our computer labs.
What are the research opportunities available in this university? Do you have any research opportunities here?
So we have now two schools, School of Computer and Information Engineering and School of Business and Logistics. So and in bachelor's area. So we have the graduate program, that MBA in Digital Transformation. Now in MBA, there is no need to have the research and dissertation diploma kind of things. That's why in the future we are going to create the MS program, which will be needed R&D kind of centers and so on. But currently in Inha University in Tashkent, there are more than 5 laboratories of the different industries, different companies exist. So Artel, Akfa, and then the banks, one of the banks actually, they create their kind of laboratory to create their platforms, own platforms for the bank and for the other sectors as well. So that's why the laboratories, rather than research area, are well developed in IUT. It's based on the current experience, Whenever it's needed for R&D in the future, we're opening as I told you, Master of Science, which will be needed kind of laboratories for R&Ds, That's why in the future we have settled down all the roadmap for enhancing research area of the university.
How do students handle stress?
This is one of the important kind of things in IT students' life, because every midterm examinations actually are carried out like admission, It's in a high level with the proctors, and it's very stressful. In IUT, most of them, they actually kind of play soccer, and they have music club centers, and other language clubs, you know. It's very important for IUT to help students, to motivate them, to take the stress out, to creating more social life. So that's what we are actually focusing on now. So, but our students are very clever. They actually, most of them actually they follow all the things they learn, and they get over the stress themselves. There were very rare cases that the students came and he's very stressed out and he cannot actually go for it, and he cannot study well because of the stress. That was a very rare cases, but most of them we have some courses that helps students to have the more communicable. So this kind of personal development skills very important for our students. That actually helps the IUT administration to get over that.
And the next question is, how much of the student population are international students?
As you know, 2020 was very, challenging because of the COVID-19 and this kind of issues. But before, we were actually enrolling at least 4 or 5 international students every academic year. Because of the pandemic situations, it's more or less it affected, That's why now we are encouraging the neighborhood countries to attract to have studies here, so to study in IUT. So we're doing our best to attract them. But I will tell you, nowadays we are going to have the second admissions. The first admission we got more than 1,000 applicants and already kind of enrolled 270. So it's a good point, which the quota is 420. So that's why, of course, we will tend to have the more international students, but with the local ones, which 3 times, the quota is 3 times less than the demand. So now we have to work on kind of compensating the local students first. So that's why I'll answer to your question in this way.
How does the university help its students secure employment after graduating this university? Are you able to just provide with any jobs?
With the current statistics, our employability rate is 85, I think, 85. It's employed students. So about 12%, they go for continuing their studies, masters. So the other percentage is either we don't have the kind of clear information whereabouts. For example, some of the students, they submit for masters, but somehow they don't go. And about 4 or 5% because of the family issues, they are staying at home. So most of them, they are female students, I would say. And the big area of the employed students, big portion of the employed students are in IT sphere, then banking, then other industries.
Well, it is really a thrilling, entertaining question for everyone who are watching our program. So the question is, what are the scholarship options available at this university?
So we have 3 types of the scholarships. 2 types are for the admission, the other one while study. Okay, the first one, we have the scholarship-based exam. So 30 students in every academic year will be enrolled in a grant basis. So they don't pay money, but throughout the 4 years they will be studying in a grant, and they will actually they will work for Minister for the Development of Information Technologies and Communications. So all the students will be allocated in the IT sphere, pure IT sphere, not other industries, but the IT sphere. By the ministry, they will be allocated in the IT communities, organizations.
The next upcoming question is, what would you do if an applicant, abiturient, was not eligible but had potential?
300 for information and communication sphere department, we enroll 300 students, and out of 300, 30 they go for a grant basis. And after the enrollment, there's a government grant that's about, last year it was 50. This year we are expecting the same numbers, but we will see. And the third type is, whenever the student will be enrolled, he or she will be studying very hard, and after the first semester, the top ranked students will be announced. The 10 students out of every faculty, every year of the students, 10 students out of 4, they will be given 100% discount for the upcoming semester. And 6 of them will get half amount of the semester for studying for free. So this is I think one of the advantages of the Inha University in Tashkent, for students to have good knowledge first and motivation for them. Whenever they study hard, the payout will come.
Mr., what do you think? What is the key to developing a strong team?
10% grant, it's while the admission is going on, they will have the scholarship-based exam. We have the different type of exams, entrance exams, scholarship-based and contract-based. For the scholarship-based, we actually enroll 30 students. 30 students will be enrolled for grant basis. So after that, there is a government scholarship that President Honorable Shawkat Miramovic, he announced the grant-based, government-based scholarship for students. While this is also after enrolling the students, top 50s will be picked out, will be randomly chosen. So, and after enrollment, while studying in IUT, in a university in Tashkent, they will have the opportunity, when they study hard, the top ranked students out of that grant-based students, top 10 students in every field will be selected, and the 4 out of 10 will be given full semester discount the upcoming semester, and the rest 6 will be given half amount of the semester discount. It's a very good question. I came across this kind of situation throughout the 8 years about, I think, 3 times. So one of them actually, he was not eligible just because he was young. The second one, he was the very good potential because he actually worked many companies as a programmer and he got very good experience in the IT sphere, but he was not eligible in admissions. So as I told you before, that this university's academic system, academic processes are carried out by Inha University Korea. That means that we fully follow the Korean educational system without any, complying any other, higher education, regulations in Uzbekistan. So we are sorry for this kind of students, but they have to be eligible for admissions that were set by the Korean Inha University and as well as the Minister of Higher and Special Education in Uzbekistan here. So we had, many hackathons and other, competitions among students where they have to have the groups of the, members, and they compete each other. I actually noticed one thing, that there should be in a group one leader who actually can have more information, first of all, and knowledge. So this is the main actually thing that team can go for it and follow. The most important skill is the leadership skill in a team. And to be a good, successful to create successful team, there should be all the infrastructure ready for that, and of course the support from the either side, or government, or the ministry, or university.
Thank you so much for giving a remarkable interview to us. It was our pleasure to have you. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So finally we came to the heart of our university. This is the library. As you can see, you can find any type of books that you want, especially related to the IT subjects and also physics and business administration. And you can find any type of books. You can read it at your spare time and also prepare to your exams and finals. As you can see, even if our education period has already finished, students still come here and make their remote jobs in this university. Usually students stay here even at night until 11 or even 12 p.m. To make their projects, because in our university we have so many projects and assignments and also we have deadlines for them, and this place is perfect in order to make our group projects in a quiet place. And as you can see, you can make any research that you want, any research with the help of our students, with the help of our professors, and also we make a lot of surveys outside of university. Now we are in physics laboratory. This room was established and occupied with the cooperation of Artel company. As you can see, our students, our IT students can study here and also make their engineering experiments and also try to use 3D printers and also in order to discover engines and other facilities. And the most fascinating thing here is that our students kind of create here their own cars, kind of small cars in this laboratory, and they make special races to see who is the most faster car.
My name is Azbek. I'm the second year student at Inha University in Tashkent. So today I'm going to talk about the whole process, whole life that I was in at Inha University. So first of all, I want to talk about the admission process. And when I was 9 years old, when I was the 9-year student at school, I decided to enter the Inha University. So then I started preparing for my exams for math and English and so on. So last year in April, I applied for the Inha University, and then I just passed exams and everything was awesome. So then in the September on 27th, there was an orientation day. We came here. That was awesome. We just Inha staff introduced the Inha to us. Then after some time, after a couple of weeks, the study started here. Then I can say that in the first week we just started familiarizing ourselves with the atmosphere, with the people here, and then we just make new friends, let's say, right? Then we just we were getting used to this atmosphere and study. So then, let's say after 2 weeks, everything was awesome, and we were like kind of studying at Inha for years. Everything was like at home. The feeling was like at home. And then we had a lot of friends. So in the first semester, everything was awesome. And the only problem was like studies, because studies were not so easy. And then I can say we were doing our best. We hardly, let's say, passed the first exams, let's say midterm examinations. So then after that, in the second semester, we started studying hard so that we could pass the final midterm examinations easily. Then that was much easier for us to pass the second midterm and final examinations. Then I can say it was awesome to study in the second semester because we had many people who we know here. We had different friends from different groups, let's say, and then we can say in the second semester we became a family, and then even I can say we created a group named Families. We just created something like so-called group. And then we had 25 members in that group, and we can say we know everything about them at this Inha University. So, you know, when we have spare time, we go to different clubs, we do different activities. I can say the most interesting one is playing ping pong. Ping pong in the basement in a big building, so you may see there. And when we are, when we finish our classes here, at different times we finish, sometimes at 2 p.m, sometimes at even 11 a.m, and then we just go there and then entertain with our friends. We make friends from let's say higher courses, let's say second year students, third year, even fourth year students. We met there and then became even friends, brothers. There, the playing ping pong became our let's say one activity that can make us again another family, let's say.
My name is Mohammad Said Mamasaidov. I'm a fourth year student at Inha University in Tashkent. Today I will tell you about my project called Takhratchi. It's a mobile keyboard that checks words in Uzbek for spelling errors. It's like a keyboard, but when you type, you can check Uzbek words whether they are correct or not. So you can predict words, you can autocomplete them or check them for correctness, and it's all in Uzbek. The reason why we created it because the default spell checkers, default keyboards like Gboard or Yandex did not consider Uzbek language and its nature in their technology. So we decided to create a new approach towards Uzbek and created Takhratchi. Basically, the reason why they didn't consider it because Uzbek is a complex language. One word can be translated like a whole sentence in other languages like English. For example, I can say my favorite example is "Kel olmaganlardan mısınız?" It's a very long word, but when you translate it into English, it's a whole sentence with 8 or 9 words. Are you from those who could not come, right? So checking for correctness in English is quite easy, but for Uzbek you need to consider all affixes, all morphemes that you can add to the word, and it becomes very long and complex. So to handle this, we followed the path of Finnish and Turkish languages. They also created their own approach, so we followed them and created this for Uzbek language. For now it's just a mobile keyboard, but we wanted to extend this for web applications, for Microsoft Office system, for example Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel, to make it available for everyone so that all Uzbek native speakers can write in Uzbek without errors. So we have a high tolerance for Uzbek spelling errors compared to English. When somebody makes an error, one minor mistake in English, everyone is ready to correct them, but when it comes to Uzbek, everyone writes as they wish. Someone writes text in their own dialect, others write in their own dialect, and it becomes very messy when difficult to understand these dialects, and they don't conform to literal Uzbek standards. So we have a literal Uzbek and we have a spoken Uzbek. So there exists a huge discrepancy between these two modes of languages. I understood that university decides many things in your life. It literally shapes you out of mass, I would say. And especially in computer science, having a bachelor's degree, diploma is very important because you gain the fundamentals of the field, and from there on you can become a very powerful engineer who knows the fundamentals and it has some theoretical background. Can do more than just an engineer who learns for example, some framework from one programming language and one framework and works on it the whole life, I think.
So then, if we talk about achievements here, we participated different events. For example, Navruz event, and let's say different. We can say not only Navruz event, but also some other events such as Zakovat, and we just passed 3 levels, and then in the final level we almost won, but we couldn't anyway. So that was awesome. The atmosphere was like real Zakovat, and then there even we can say gained new knowledge that could help us become more intelligent, I can say. Then overall the life at Inha University became so, how to say, lovely for us. The most favorite, even if we don't have classes. For example, on Saturdays we're free, we don't have any classes, we're at home, and then we just talk to each other, we chat on Telegram, and then come here, play tennis, even do some project works, and we entertain, study together with our family. So I can say about the staff here is very how to say, friendly. I can say any staff can be helpful for you. You can ask for help from anyone, and then they are just glad to help. They never say no, next time, or I can't, or something. Even if they can, they'll find someone who can help you. And then, for example, when we prepare for finals, midterms, exams, we were like gathering around a big desk, let's say, and then we were doing all the things again. We were learning again and again the things that we learned in the classes, in the lessons, let's say, lectures, right? Then it was awesome. It was awesome to be a family here. Here, I can say anyone can find a family. What I mean by this is that, for example, you are a little interested in music. You can go to a music club, and then you can find the people who are like you, who are interested in music as well. You can find anyone. If you're interested in tennis, you can go there and then find friends who are interested in the tennis as well. In the same sport type, right? There are different facilities which can help. There are different facilities which can help you to find, let's say, peace here. So, for example, if you love football, you can go to football. Here is this football stadium, and then you can entertain, you can play football with your friends. Yeah, here at Inha University. So basketball as well. And then at Inha in the first year, where I am the graduate of the first year, and I can say there were 2 championships in terms of football, and there were 14 teams. We were playing against all of them, and then could not be champions, of course, but we tried, and it was twice, in the first semester once, and the second semester again in another championship. So for the winners, the rector gave different awards, different valuable gifts, as I can say, and In short, at Inha, anyone can find the family, anyone can find the atmosphere that they want. Inha is not the place where people are like the same all the time. Inha is not the place where people are like 2 or 3 kinds. There are different kinds of people, there are different kinds of atmospheres here, and then everyone can find their own atmosphere. So let's talk about a little about the things that I can be proud. They are, first of all, the winning the PUBG, let's say, mobile tournament. We won the we were the second place. We won some valuable gifts. I don't want to mention them, but they were very valuable. We got different certificates in terms of cyber sport. That was cyber sport tournament. There were 3 games: Dota 3, if I'm not mistaken, PUBG Mobile, and then one else, I don't remember, CSGO, if not mistaken, right? So then it was awesome. You can do your best here. You can both study and entertain. You can find anything you want here, and even the family. This was everything I was gonna tell you. Welcome to Inha. Come here. You're like all the time welcome, and the atmosphere at Inha makes you stay here. And if I met you at Inha, we'll just have a lunch together, right?
So now we are in a conference room. Here we have our lectures, and mostly we have lectures from our foreign professors and also Uzbek professors too. The most fascinating things in this room is that it has very modern technologies which were provided from Korea. And I have to tell that this place is it has a huge atmosphere in order to study and enjoy the lectures, because the quality of our education system is very high, and with every word of our professors and every lesson, we try to make a lot of notes and to learn every subject by our heart. Another thing which should be highlighted about our university, we have our fitness center. As you can see, this gym is fully established for university students. So after their studies, they can easily make their workout and exercise. I should say that this gym is not only for boys, but for girls too, and for our staff members also. We have special schedules, so any student, or boys or girls, they have their own time when they can come and make some exercises. Because this gym was made in order to combine our mental health and also physical health, because if students will be healthy, they can easily learn other subjects too. As you can see, this gym is fully established with the help of our university, and whatever you want to exercise and become healthier and greater. So this university is the best place in order to live a successful life. you enjoyed our journey. Thank you very much for visiting Inha University.
Dear viewers, our educational trip was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That means awesome, super. Thank you for following our program, and we hope that you have found out lots of information about Inha University in Tashkent. Stay tuned and goodbye.